hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution video. Go ahead and smack that like button, but don't smack it too hard, man. That like button can get a little testy sometimes, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's go ahead and just get right into the video. You read the title, right? So, with the update coming in less than a week, on the 13th or the 14th, I believe, I want to analyze where this game is at now and where its future lies. Now, you all know me, I'm the biggest critic when it comes to Frontier. I've also given them props when it was needed, and it is true that with the new challenge mode and the upcoming update will fix a lot of things, but will it fix the damage that is already done? There was a tremendous amount of build-up and hype surrounding this game by Frontier themselves and YouTubers and media critics alike. 15 years, Jurassic Park fans have waited for another Jurassic Park builder game of any sort that was at the same caliber and status of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, better known as JPOG. Of today's game engines and an $8 million budget and a 100-man crew with well over a year to complete this game, it should have been a slam dunk, right? Well, this shows otherwise. This was today's stats. I would say this is just a slight slump before the big free update, which is actually just a patch, a base game fix. I would say it's a slump, but its numbers have stayed pretty much the same since June 28th. The game sold over 1 million copies, and 60k people played at its peak in one sitting. Just 60k. Just pick any game that is considered a success and look at their concurrent players at this very moment. Pause the video, go check it out, you come back in the comment section. Pick any game. Need I remind you that this game came out the 12th of that same month, and the numbers fell off at the 25th, less than a couple weeks prior. People constantly trash the game, and no, it's not just because I make the videos I make. I only make the videos I make because so many people were upset like myself. But numbers don't lie, and neither does social media. Let's take a look. When you can't make a tweet because so many people trash you, it has to be eye-opening, and therein lies the problem. No situational awareness and a total lack of communication. They actively ignore any criticism whatsoever and retweet praise as much as possible. From day one, they had their head in the sand. They allowed their head PR manager and liaison to go on vacation immediately after a multi-million-dollar game launch. That to me is insane. The best feedback is given within the first few days. With no one else put in Bo's place, Frontier's Reddit and Steam page and even their own forum were left to burn. Fans felt abandoned and Frontier fanboys blamed Universal. When we finally got some feedback from someone other than the two randoms from their Twitch stream, if I remember their names, I think it was Mr. They Are and Mr. Working on It, or commonly known as the Vague Phrase Duo, Bo returned and said some bugs and fixes were coming and big updates, plural, were coming within the coming weeks. A very broad timeline, but it didn't have to be broad. For all we know, it was coming tomorrow, right? In the same moment, she enraged fans by saying dino sizes were not being changed, given only very basic reasons as excuses for the lack of change. For example, the Giganotosaurus, or Giganotosaurus, however you want to say it, let's not start a riot in the comment section, had a bile that read at least as big as the Rex. It had a bile that read at least as big as the Rex. And it was half the size in the game. And then silence again from Frontier. Fans literally went berserk, some going as far as to give Frontier death threats. I know, it's the internet, right? Go figure, what'd you expect? Finally, they gave in and showed themselves as being either lazy or liars when all of a sudden, within a couple weeks, they were able to say that they could change the dino sizes. They miraculously found a way. Which means, no, fans were happy, yet still timid. Frontier was they making a cash grab, limited fixes, and a limited game for a AAA price tag? How much could they fix or implement but decided they wouldn't? The largest dino tuber said it was pure fan service. that they changed the sizes in the first place and that they didn't have to, so we should be happy, right? Well, no, that's just wrong. Frontier, they themselves said they want to keep the lore and the feel of Jurassic World as much as possible. They said that themselves.
Roll it!
I've been a huge Jurassic Park fan and later Jurassic World since the series first came out. We wanted to make sure that we weren't just doing a reskin game of a management game. We wanted to make sure that it was authentic to Jurassic World. We wanted to make sure that it was authentic to Jurassic World. We wanted to make sure that it was authentic to Jurassic World. We wanted to make sure that it was authentic to Jurassic World. Just being able to work on a title that big is quite an opportunity.
If that is the case, then why include false dinosaur bios and showcase sizes that weren't ever even seen on screen or read in print? Seeing as they themselves want to hold true to it, then it isn't simply fan service, is it? It's getting it right as they themselves say it should be so. They have the Fallen Kingdom director Colin Trevarrow saying the update will be big. He said, the Fallen Kingdom director said the update would be big. We were all getting a big update. Then the announcement of a huge live stream to roll out this new hyped update. We were excited. We were ready to see what was fixed, what will be new, and the new big things that they have announced. And then the big announcement was, wait for it, the challenge mode, which adds difficulty levels only on Isla Nublar, right? Isla Nublar you can do a bunch of different little things on, but on the main game they add difficulty levels. That's challenge mode in a nutshell. Yeah, right? Woo! Now, I am actually a big fan of the challenge mode because I think, they could potentially turn it into something big, and I've made a video on that subject. But all in all, it was lackluster. But the big announcement did not cause a spike in players. In fact, it plummeted even more because they made one grave mistake. This big hyped update that they felt the need to keep saying that it was in fact a free update. They said it quite a lot, free update. You're getting a free update. But here's the thing. It's not an update, it's actually a patch. The difference is simple. An update includes more add-ons and additional content than simple fixes. More add-ons and additional content than fixes. While a patch provides way more fixes than content adding. They are similar but different. This by and large was a patch because it addressed mainly what the community thought and saw as needed to be fixed, right? If it was going to be an update, it would have had a heavy influence on adding new content. So what about its current state? Well, one person puts it very blunt, but even-handed. In a nutshell, pros: pretty good graphics, great animations, strong Jurassic World tie-ins, strong voice acting, dinosaurs. Cons: gameplay is mostly queuing up actions and waiting for them to finish. Many actions are in menus within menus. Very little guest interaction. Dinos and habitats are very basic to manage. Gameplay is very easy and mostly about clicking prompts and doing specific tasks assigned as missions. In the end, it's a very pretty game with great voice acting, an amazing theme, and the complexity of a mobile game. So this is where we are today. While I remain hopeful that this game will become the next JPOG, I do stress that it needs to get good enough so I can at least finish my documentary, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I do honestly feel that they should have focused less on things like the studio update for their flagship game Planet Coaster, and put more of a focus on JWE closer at launch. That way the patch that they just got could have been a decoration DLC or an aquatic and flying DLC, and that way they wouldn't already be one step behind themselves when they should be a few steps ahead, being as they sold over 1 million copies and only have at best 60,000 players and more accurately about 800 people playing. Many things still need to be fixed after the update, but it will be better, I can say that. But is better enough? to raise the failing tide of players, or has Frontier shot themselves in the foot for their next game release? The internet never forgets. And that's where I'm going to have to leave this video, guys. So this is my synopsis of what Jurassic World Evolution is now, before their big free update. Maybe we'll do a video like this afterwards and seeing if it has actually, you know, held up to its own standards. And also, I do have to say this real quick. If any of you guys really liked Jurassic World Evolution, except It's Welcome to the Jungle, where we made a parody music video using the trailers from Jurassic World Evolution and then overlaid not all but almost all of the Guns N' Roses Welcome to the Jungle music, yeah, well, that video was taken down. First it was demonetized, which I knew it was going to be demonetized just because, you know, it's a huge record label's music, but most of the time they just demonetize you because you're not necessarily taking their video and their music and uploading it as your own. You're using it in a way, you're commenting on it, you're you know, talking about it, you're, you know, putting commentary with it, you're making a parody or a satire. And this what that was, it was a parody. Obviously, you know, I never claimed that music was mine, and never claimed that the video I was posting it to was my own music video. You know what I mean? Like, it was in the tags and the metadata, parody and satire was all over that. So yeah, that got taken down. I did try to issue a retraction on that, so that sucks. And Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, they're kind of notorious for doing that anyways, so obviously they would have had the record company take it down. So that sucks. So, you know, screw Guns N' Roses, I guess. Right, guys? Anyways, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys like always. I will see you in the comments section down below. I'm always there, always talking to you guys. And I do really appreciate you guys. I really do mean that. And don't forget, I'll see you guys in the next one.
You had me at hello.
Oh, baby.